It's one of the most exotic and historical ancient places in the world. Egypt is known as the land of the pharaohs and also as the gift of the Nile because without the Nile River there would be no Egypt. Egyptian civilization has lasted for over 3,000 years starting in 3100 BC, that is before the Persians and the Greeks, all the way to 31 BC when the Romans annexed the Kingdom of Egypt and made it a province of its growing empire. The capital is Cairo, a massive city nestled right next to the Nile River. Here are the top 5 Egypt sightseeing activities. The pyramids at Giza and the Sphinx. Traveling to Egypt, you can't miss the pyramids at Giza and the Sphinx. The pyramids are 4,500 years old and are made up of over 2.5 million stones. The Great Pyramid is the only surviving wonder from the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Each individual stone can weigh several tons, that's a few elephants put together. The Great Pyramid was the highest structure in the world until the Eiffel Tower was built in the late 19th century. The Sphinx has a head of a human and the body of a lion. Originally carved out sandstone, its age has not been determined. Karnak at Luxor. Karnak is the temple complex of the ancient Egyptian religion. Anyone would be immensely impressed with the size of the columns. As you look around you can imagine the priests walking down the ornate and carved columns. Truly a sight to see. Abu-Simbel and Aswan Dam. In Abu-Simbel, Egypt, you can view the 4 giant statues of Ramses II. The statues themselves are carved into the mountainside. On April 21st, Ramses' birthday, the sunlight shines through the temple to a statue of Ramses. Due to Aswan Dam, the temple was relocated piece by piece to higher ground to avoid the rising flood waters. Rather than being carved in the mountain, the new temple was actually built, being one of the top things to do in Egypt. Many people don't realize it was actually rebuilt. The Aswan Dam was financed by the Russians and allows the irrigation of large swaths of desert that line the river. The Valley of Kings and Hatshepsut Temple. The Valley of Kings is where the majority of Egypt's pharaohs are buried. You can view numerous underground wall paintings that will set your imagination alive. For a small extra fee you can enter the tomb of King Tut, the only pharaoh still buried in the valley. The rest of the pharaohs can be found at the museum in Cairo. Nearby you can also visit the temple complex of Queen Hatshepsut. Although the gardens have been reclaimed by the desert, the entire temple complex remains. Make sure you wear a tourist shirt so you can be picked out by hordes of aggressive salesmen that will sell you cheap souvenirs. Suez Canal area. Here you can see the most important canal in the world, built in 1869 by financiers from Britain and France. Trips from Europe to the Far East were greatly shortened after the construction of the canal. Since the canal empties into the Red Sea, you can visit beautiful beaches and even go diving nearby. Snorkeling is also extremely popular in Egypt since it has miles of great coastline available. There are day tours on the Suez Canal which provide a great panoramic views of Egypt as well.